kind of lost his writing, his ability to write. And get
Well, thank you and good morning, everybody. I'll call the meeting to order. This is the 2025 organizational meeting of Cypress County Council. First of all, on behalf of myself and my staff, I'd like to welcome and congratulate all of the returning councilors and Councilor Proctor as a new councilor. Welcome aboard, and this is what the group will look like for the next 4 years. So good morning, everybody. This is going to be the Cypress County's oath of office ceremony, and today we'll be formally swearing in the elected councilors who will serve and represent the residents of Cypress County for the upcoming term. Each councilor will be called forward to take the oath of office administered by Ms. Collins, who is the commissioner for oaths. So I'll now call each councilor forward in order by ward. So please come forward, councilor for Ward 1, Councilor Michelle McKenzie.
I, Michelle McKenzie, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to law the office of Councilor for Cypress County. So help me God.
Congratulations, Councilor McKenzie. For Ward 2, please come forward, Councilor Blaine Roast.
I, Blaine Brose, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to law the office of Councilor for Cypress County, so help me God. Keep this one.
Please come forward, Councilor for Ward 3, Councilor Lloyd Want.
I, Lloyd Want, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and do the best of my ability execute according to the law of the office of Councilor for Cypress County. So help me God.
Congratulations, Councilor Want. Please come forward, Councilor for Ward 4, Councilor Robin Kerpowit.
I, Robin Kirpywhite, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to law the office of counselor for Cypress County, so help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Kerpwhite. Please come forward, Councillor for Ward 5, Councillor Dan Hamilton.
I, Dan Hamilton, swear to diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability, according to the law of office of council for Cypress County, so help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Hamilton. Please come forward, Councillor for Ward 6, Councillor Dustin Vossler.
I, Dustin Vossler, swear that I will diligently and faithfully, to the best of my ability, execute the order of law, the office of counselor of Cypress County, so help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Vossler. Please come forward, new Councillor for Ward 7, Councillor Gary Proctor.
I, Councillor Gary Proctor, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to the law the office of Councillor for Cypress County. So help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Proctor. Please come forward, Councillor for Ward 8, Councillor Shane Hawk.
I, Shane Hawk, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to the law the office of counselor for Cypress County. So help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Hawk. Please come forward, Councillor for Ward 9, Councillor Keith Ritz.
I, Keith Ritz, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to law the office of counselor for Cypress County. So help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Ritz. Thank you, councillors. Congratulations to each one of you in taking your oath of office. As you begin this new term, may you serve with integrity, respect, and dedication to the residents of Cypress County. Please join me in congratulating the 2025 to 2029 Cypress County Council. Next on the agenda, I will explain the voting procedures and the nomination procedures for the position of Reeve and Deputy Reeve. As outlined in Section 16 of the Council Procedure Bylaw, appointments and votes are by secret ballot and will go as follows. If more than one nomination is received for a position, a vote by secret ballot is conducted to determine the successful nominee using the following process. If a nominee receives a majority of votes on the first ballot, they are declared the successful nominee and are then appointed by resolution to the position for the specified term of office. Or if no nominee receives a majority of votes on the first ballot, that nominee with the fewest votes is dropped from the ballot, and subsequent ballots are conducted until only the nominee with the most votes remains. The successful nominee is then appointed by resolution to the position for the specified term of office. And if after multiple ballots it is clear that no one nominee will receive a majority of votes, the chair may direct the scrutineers to draw a name to determine the successful nominee. The successful nominee is then appointed by resolution to the position for the specified term of office. The chief administrative officer will provide for scrutineers to conduct votes by secret ballot and will ensure that all ballots are destroyed after the meeting at which the vote by secret ballot was conducted and is adjourned. All appointments, including appointments determined through a vote by secret ballot, must be confirmed by resolution pursuant to Section 185.12 of the Municipal Government Act. I have appointed General Manager Stephen Taves and General Manager Kayleen Brown to be scrutineers should we require scrutinees to look at the secret ballots. At this time, I will call for nominations for the position of Reeve 3 times. Once nominations are closed, the candidates' names will be announced and the election process will begin. Once the Reeve is elected, they will take the oath of office and assume the chair. So nominations are now open for the position of Reeve.
I will nominate Dan Hamilton.
Any other nominations for the position of Reeve? Third and final time for the position of Reeve. Hearing none, Councillor Hamilton is acclaimed as Reeve, and I turn the chair over to Reeve Hamilton. After he's sworn in.
I, Dan Hamilton, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute accordingly to the law of the office of Reeve for Cypress County. So help me God. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate the...
I don't think it'll change much, but we do need a resolution of councils. We need a motion to appoint yourself as the Reeve.
Okay, right off the start. Well, you've changed. Dustin's moving. Show of hands for a vote. That's carried. Thank you. A little bit of a different system this time, so. Hey, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. I take this honor seriously. I hope I can lead everybody, and I hope for the next 4 years, well, I know it's only 1 year for this position, but we're all starting a new cycle here for 4 years. I hope we can really move the county forward and all work together for the next 4 years. Make the best of it, see how we can do. Thank you very much. Now I'll need to call for Deputy Reeve. Can I get nomination for Deputy Reeve? Lloyd?
I nominate Shane Hawk.
Shane Hawk?
I would nominate Dustin Ressler.
Bossler. Okay, so we have Shane and we have Dustin. Any other nominations for Deputy Reeve? Third and final call for nominations for Deputy Reeve. Okay, we will need to go to ballot for your votes are either Shane or Dustin. Boss.
And your ballots for voting are in your folder, the blue ballots there, so pick either name. And GM Brown or GM Taves will come and collect them.
Don't forget to get Shane's. Wait for this. Okay. Okay, so while we're waiting for the votes, I'll just give I know one of the changes this time, when we go through the next, we're going to go through and do all of the figuring out for council, but we are not going to do the at-large. So once we're done figuring out our council for this, then we're going to go in camera and then we'll discuss the at-large. It's just a privacy act that's come out now. We've kind of done it wrong in the past, so we're straightening it out and doing it properly. Hopefully it brings in more people that they know they've got a shot at it for future stuff too. So just giving you guys a breakdown on that. Shane Hawk is Deputy Reeve. Thank you for running, Dustin. Okay, we're going to go into the Ag Service Board. Starting with that one. Oh, sorry. Okay. You guys changed it up too much.
I, Shane Hawk, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability, execute according to the law the offices of Deputy Reeve of Cypress County, so help me God. Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.
Did you bring Clorox? Did you bring Clorox wipes?
He doesn't know, but because he started in there, he has to stay there for the year.
That's the councilor seating. New chair.
Man, will that be peaceful?
Just go mute.
Okay, we're going to go to the Ag Service Board. Oh, we need the motion first. Motion, Michelle's moving for Shane to be Deputy Reeve. Vote. Carried. Now, before I ask for this, do I have to do a motion for each one of these individually, or are we going to do it all at the end of this?
We'll be doing a motion to appoint councilors and members at large after the closed session. So right now, council is going to go through and just select the council members that want to be on all the public boards, or on all the boards. And then we'll go into closed. You guys will deliberate over the members at large, and then we'll come out, make one motion for each.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll start with the Ag Service Board. On that board existing was Shane, Keith, and Blaine. Are those names standing, or does somebody want Somebody else want to add to it? Shane, do you want to wave if you're letting your name stand? Okay. Kate, does anybody else want to run for that board?
I'll let my name stand.
You're letting your name stand? So the three that are on there are letting their names stand. Second call for Ag Service Board. Third and final call for Ag Service Board. Not seeing any more of those three stand. The next one is at large, so we'll go down to municipal planning. Myself, I'll let my name stand. Lloyd is on there. Let your name stand. Gary Proctor. And Dustin, you're letting your name stand. Okay. Anybody else? Second call. Third and final call. Okay, we will be voting for myself, Lloyd, Dustin, and Gary. We only need 3. Yeah.
Strategic voting, 2 only, 1 only.
One only.
Yeah, we've moved up in the world. Last year it was a little cardboard box, wasn't it? Yeah.
Okay, while they're counting that, I'll move on to the subdivision and appeal board.
Should we hang tight?
Oh, yeah, just because of the, yeah. I can go down to the assessment review board, because that one you have to have the training for.
Sorry.
Got you sick that quick. I'll let my name stand.
Robin's letting his name stand.
0 meetings in 7 years.
Yeah. Just give you a heads up on that one, Gary. He's had 0 meetings in 7 years, and he's had the training for that one, so.
It's the assessment. Steve's too good at his job, so nobody wants to challenge him on stuff. So,
Yeah, so and you gotta take a bunch of training for it that we really haven't had anything, so. But anybody else call for assessment review board? Second call? Third and final call? Robin, you've been appointed.
Maybe you'll get a meeting this term.
Right? One can hope.
Should make one just for,
What's that?
we need to make one just for shits.
Yeah.
Just to say we had one?
Real old people myself, just so he wants to do something.
Exactly. Do an appeal.
For MPC is Dan, Lloyd, and Dustin. Thank you for putting your name up, Gary. Okay, so now I'm back to the subdivision development and appeal. We have Michelle McKenzie on there. And Gary's putting his name up on that. Do we have 2 on that one, or we can have, it's just 1?
It says 1.
Maximum of 1? Okay.
We usually have 1 and 1 alternative is what we've had in the past.
Yeah, because we have a vacant down here. Do we have an alternative on that,
On
Les?
the bottom, yeah.
Previously, we had Deputy Reboster was on that committee because he wasn't on the Municipal Planning Commission. Yeah, it only requires one counselor and a couple at large, just to do with meetings and stuff. It's nice to have maybe one extra counselor and one extra member at large.
Yeah, but only one gets appointed when something comes up for appeal.
Correct.
So we can just add Gary to that without doing an election on that, can we?
But in that case, Gary could be the primary and I would step down and be the alternate. I don't have a problem with that.
So we're good with just adding Gary to the list, and maybe Gary's not there, whoever gets called for the subdivision appeal board, you have alternates for it.
So what I'm hearing is council selecting Councillor Proctor as the primary and Councillor McKenzie as the alternate to the SDAB?
Yeah.
And just for council's awareness, there is training involved. So Councillor McKenzie, who had the training, will stay as the primary until such time as Councillor Proctor has received the training.
Yeah, you have some courses to take on that one, Gary.
February, so will be probably the next.
Okay, so,
With that one, anybody else who wants to be an alternate, 'cause we did have Shane and Blaine as alternates before, should stay as alternates as well.
do you guys have your training?
I have my training, yeah.
Yeah, we all did.
Shane, do you have your training?
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he's got it.
We can't hear you, Shane. Okay,
I believe that, all of our councillors' training has or is about to expire. I'm being whispered in my ear that it's expired.
okay, so the,
Almost, yeah.
Yep.
I think Councillor Kirby White.
okay,
It's 3 years.
so we will go with Gary for primary, Michelle for alternate, and Shane and Blaine for alternates. Good? Okay, we don't need a vote on that. Go down to emergency committee. I stay on that as Reeve. We had Blaine and Keith on that. We didn't even have a meeting last year. Yeah, there's one, we're supposed to have one a year. Yeah, we missed it. Well, we've been so busy with everything else. So does anybody else, Blaine, are you letting your name stand?
I don't mind.
Keith, you letting your name stand? Does anybody else want to put their name up for it? Not seeing any. Second call. Third and final call. That board stays the same. Cypress View Foundation,
I'll let my name stand.
MPC is
and I'll let my name stand.
Lloyd and Dustin.
Does anybody want to go on Cypress View? I would do that. Gary? Phone's talking back again.
You know, that might be a fridge fill.
Nope, that is not. Anybody else for Cypress View? Third and final call. We need to vote for Cypress View, either myself, Michelle, or Gary. There
No
isn't.
alternative on that one.
Kayleen?
Kayleen?
I think you forgot.
No, she didn't forget. She's just waiting. Okay, so we can go on to family and community supportive services. That one just meets right here before council meeting, but we are vacant one spot on that. So we have Michelle McKenzie, myself, and Robin is putting his name up. Anybody else want to put their name up? Second call for family and community. Third and final call. Not seeing anymore, so Robin's the addition to that one. Shortgrass Library.
I'll let my name stand.
Michelle has her name on that. Anybody else want Shortgrass Library? Second call for Shortgrass Library. Third and final call. Michelle is staying on that one. Back to Cypress View is Michelle and Dan for Cypress View. Okay, now we will move on to Municipal Library Board. Blaine and Lloyd are on there. Are you letting your name stand? Lloyd, you're letting your name stand. Anybody else want Library Board? Second call. Third and final call. That board will stay the same. Regional Landfill, Shane, Lloyd, and myself as the alternative. What's that? Dustin's putting his name forward. Lloyd, are you letting your name stand? Yeah. Shane, are you letting your name stand? Yeah. And I'll leave my name on for the alternate. Does anybody else want the landfill? Second call. Third and final call.
So we're just,
Yeah. Okay, whether,
So again, it's for the regional landfill. It requires 2 members of council. 3 councilors have put their name forward, Councillor Hawk, Councillor Want, and Councillor Vossler. So we're picking 2 names out of that.
oh, we're only, sorry, I thought you wanted the alternate down too. So we're just picking. Am I? Oh, give me that back.
Yeah, for clarification for council, the chief elected official sits ex officio on any committee that they
Yeah.
feel like attending. So you could be the alternate, you could, you could be the 4th person as the chief elected official.
That's true. Yeah, I've just always been there, so.
I
Okay.
wrote down for all 3 of them for the alternate too, so.
So do we want to? Yeah,
Vote, I would guess.
let's throw those out. We're going to re-vote on that. Just for 2, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to screw that up. Okay, while they're adding those up, we'll go Medicine Hat, Stampede. Blaine is on that one.
I'll come off. With the medicine, or with the regional health committee thing, it's gonna get pretty busy, so I would come off of that one. You wanna go in there again?
What, no? Is that for Medicine Hat Ex Special
Did you?
We should discuss this one and close when we go in there. We'll just leave it till after that, I think.
Yep. Okay, this one we'll leave for now. Is that what your hand was up for, Les? Okay. Palliser Economic. Keith is on that one. Gary, do you want to put your name up for that one?
I would put my name on that one, yeah.
Anybody else want to put their name up for economic development? Keith, you're letting your name stand? Sorry. Yep. Second call for Palliser. Third and final call. That moves forward with Gary and Keith on economic, Palliser Economic. Community Future Entrecorp. I'll let my name go up for this one. Does anybody else want to put their name up for it? Second call. Third and final call. I guess that's me.
Guess that's you.
Highway 3. Shane, you're letting your name stand on that? Okay.
I would let my name stand on that.
Yours, okay. Gary? Anybody else want Highway 3? Second call? Third and final call? So do we have to vote on who's going to be leading? Because I can come off as alternate, so.
Well, it depends who wants to be the primary, if Counselor Hawk or Counselor Proctor. So if they want to have a vote on who's going to be the member that's going, you're the ex officio, you go as the alternate, quite often because you're there for mayors and reeves. If one of them can't go, but it's up to you guys.
Okay. Yeah, we'll vote for the primary.
So you're voting between Counselor Hawk and Counselor Proctor for Highway 3 Twinning Development Association.
Oops. There were one in there.
Okay, regional landfill was Shane and Lloyd. Thanks for putting your name in for that one, Dustin. Where am I? They're doing Highway 3. So Milk River Watershed, we have a vacancy. Keith, are you letting your name stand on that one? As the alternate? So we need somebody to go forward on that one? Anybody? Keith, you're no longer the alternate? We don't need an alternate on that? Anybody else want?
I'll speak to the committee if you want. It is a really interesting committee to sit on if you're unfamiliar with how the watersheds in the province do operate. The Milk River watershed is anything south of Cypress Hills in our county, and it encompasses a lot more of the stuff to the west of us. Some of the big works with the SMRD also are combined with St. Mary, or with Milk River watershed, including the flumes through the states and everything like that. It's actually a very interesting committee to sit on, and the tour will take you on to show you their works and everything is really, really good too. I was on it. It's a time commitment for me to drive down the 2 hours to the meetings that I don't have half the time. So I would recommend if you're interested to sit on it.
Thank you.
How's that for a speech?
Not bad, but you didn't get any takers. Okay. Second call for Milk River Basin watershed.
Keith has already said he wants to be the alternate.
No. He gets his turn.
Do you want to move forward on it, Keith? Third and final call. Okay, Keith is counselor for it. Dustin is the alternate. Southeastern Watershed Alliance. Mr. Ritz, you have your name on that, or are you letting it stand?
He's just Captain Watershed.
Just a water guy.
He is.
This is from the dryland farmer. Yeah. Anybody else want to be on that board? Second call. Third and final call. Thank you, Mr. Ritz. And you keep your position on that. Regional Drainage Committee. Dustin, you letting your name stand on that?
Mr. Reeve, that should possibly be discussed in close. We removed ourselves from, that's the horsefly spillway. Potentially, you want to have a discussion about that as to whether we want to remain, whether we need it or not.
Okay.
And the next one as well.
The physician,
The physician recruitment hasn't met for a long time,
it's never met.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever.
Three to four times a year. I think it's meets every 3 to 4.
for years.
Yeah. Well, Richard was on it for 12 years and never
And he
had a
never
meeting.
had meetings.
So,
What how that works.
Business Advocacy Committee. Is this the new one?
No.
No, oh, this is a chamber Richard was on. Oh, yeah. I've been the alternate on that one. Does anybody else want that one with the chambers?
Anybody else want that one?
I'll put my name forward.
Yeah, I would do that.
Okay, let Gary.
I figured you would.
Gary's putting his name up. Does Gary not have that sheet? Oh, he does? Okay. Second call.
Did Michelle withdraw now, or what?
Yeah, I did.
You can have the alternate if you want.
Okay.
Michelle's leaving her name in for the alternate. And Gary's got his up first. Yeah, well, I can go anytime, so.
He's only an alternate officially if he wants to block one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Never thought of it that way, but that's the way it is, yeah. Third and final call? Don't see anybody else. So Gary will be the primary on that, Michelle's the alternate. Intermunicipal Committee. Robin is on that. You letting your name stand? I'm on it. I'll let my name stand. I really believe the Reeve should be on there because the two mayors are on there. That's a pretty big one to have us three sitting at the table.
I would let my name stand for that.
IMC. Gary's putting his name up. Anybody else? Second call. Third and final call. Okay, you're voting for Robin, Dan, or Gary.
Crap.
What are you grabbing?
I only wrote one name.
We, yeah, that's gone now. Did we actually abolish that one? I thought so, yeah. It's pretty bad, I'm on it, and I couldn't remember if it was off or not. Rural renewal is gone. Alberta Health. Blaine is on there with Lloyd as the alternative. You two are letting your name stand,
They're just getting into it, so they'll.
just getting things rolling.
Yeah, we have our first meeting in November and stuff, so it's just starting to happen, so it's good.
With that committee, I believe that the two have to stay on it because council had to put the names forward and they had to vet them and interview them. Both of them had to kind of go through a process to get on that committee.
Okay, so then I just put that one through, I don't ask for any more. It stays. Okay? Which one was it? IMC is Robin and Dan. Thank you for putting your name up, Gary. All right, that's through that. Now we go to the next portion where we have to go in camera. So I need a motion to go in camera.
A walk-on was the Southeast Alberta Advocacy Committee, as passed by the city about 2 weeks ago.
Were we not talking about that in camera? Yeah. Okay, do I have that one? Did you have a separate paper for it or no? Okay. Okay, I need a motion to go on camera. Keith is making that motion. Vote. It's carried. Thanks for showing up. Michelle's going to make the motion, but Leslie Ann is going to read off the motion for all of this, so we don't miss anybody.
I could see it if you put it back up there. Can you read it? I can read it.
You're getting a lot of grief about that calendar thing.
You know what, I like the picture. Everyone has a reminder that what's life is what's important to them. Riding away, relaxing, taking out your frustration with a rope. Keeps my temperature down.
Right? I know, I got the solar panel myself, solar and my radiator, 2 in 1. Feels hot.
I was really comfortable.
Do you want me to read it? Well, I made the motion, that's why I said I will see if I read it.
It's just showing this off myself. I mean, you can see it better behind you.
Are you ready? Okay.
You want me just to read them?
Yeah, please.
Say that, which counselor's making the motion?
Michelle McKenzie's making the motion, and the motion's good.
Southeast Alberta Economic Opportunity Advocacy Committee. That council join the Southeast Alberta Advocacy Opportunity Committee and appoint Reeve Dan Hamilton as the committee member.
Thank you.
Then y'all go vote.
Vote by hand, please. Vote. Carried. Yeah. Okay, next one.
Appointment of the Ag Service Board Chairman.
Dustin's moving that one.
That council appoint Shane Hawk as the Agricultural Service Board Chairman.
Vote. Carried.
What?
Do we have to do these all individually, or can we just do them all as per discussed in closed?
It would be preferable if, because some of them we have to have a motion, they want to, because they're appointments every year. It's better to have them separate, please. Ag Service Board. The council appoint Blaine Bros, Shane Hawk, and Keith Ritz as the council members, with Connie Kapler as a public member to the Ag Service Board.
Blaine's making that motion. Vote. Carried. Weed control.
The council appoint Wade Watson, Diane Adams, and Nigel Plimblett as the public members to the Weed Control Act and Appeal Committee.
Michelle McKenzie's making that one. Vote. Carried.
Agricultural Pest Acts Appeal Committee, that council appoint Wade Watson, Todd Reed, and Diane Adams as the public members to the Ag Pest Act Appeal Committee from January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2026.
Lloyd Want is making that motion. Vote. Carried.
Soil Conservation Act Appeal Committee is comprised of the ASB members.
Do we need a motion on that one?
Yes.
Blaine's making that motion. Vote. Carried. Municipal planning.
The council appoint Dan Hamilton, Lloyd Want, Dustin Vossler as the council members, with Wade Watson, Nigel Pimblett, and Bill Thompson as the public members to the Municipal Planning Commission.
Okay, Robin. Kirpyway just making that one. Vote. Carried.
The council appoint Gary Proctor as a council member, with Todd Reed and Della Burkett as the public members, with Michelle McKenzie as the council member alternate to the Subdivision and Development Appeal Board.
Keith Ritz is making that one. Vote. Carried.
The next one, council must appoint a clerk. That council appoint Trudy Enns as the clerk for the Subdivision and Development Appeal Board.
Thank you. Gary Proctor's making that motion. Vote. Carried. Where are we? Assessment Review Board.
That council appoint Robin Kirpywhite as the council member with Tabitha Sept and Della Burkett and Amanda Sears as the public members to the Assessment Review Board.
Lloyd Want is making that. Vote.
The next one is for the clerks of the board, of the Assessment Review Board. The council appoint Leslie Ann Collins and Trudy Enns as the clerks to the Assessment Review Board.
Dustin Vossler's making that one. Vote. Carried.
Emergency and Regional Advisory Committee. That council appoint Blaine Brost and Keith Ritz, as well as Reeve Dan Hamilton to the Emergency Regional Advisory Committee.
Blaine Brost is making that one. Vote. Carried.
Cypress View Foundation. That council appoint Dan Hamilton and Michelle McKenzie as the council members to the Cypress View Foundation.
Michelle McKenzie's making that motion. Vote. Carried.
FCSS, that council appoint Dan Hamilton, Michelle McKenzie, and Robin Kirpywhite as the council members to the FCSS, Family and Community Support Services.
Robin Kirpywhite is making that motion. Vote. Carried.
Shortgrass Library Board, that council appoint Michelle McKenzie as the council member to the Shortgrass Library Board.
Keith Ritz is moving that one. Vote. Carried.
Municipal Library Board, that council appoint Blaine Brost, Lloyd Want as the council members with Charlotte Krupra, Rhonda Purdon, Deb Hawk, Jamie Clark, and Allison Christie as the public members to the Municipal Library Board.
Shane Hawk is making that motion.
No, Shane Hawk.
Oh, I guess not. Yeah, I didn't see him. Gary Proctor's making that motion. Sorry, Shane, you're out again. Vote.
Okay.
She never listens, you know.
Unless we're in council, apparently, she's hearing you all day.
That's carried.
The Regional Landfill Authority, that council appoints Shane Hawk and Lloyd Want as the council members with Dan Hamilton as the council member alternate to the Regional Landfill Authority.
Dustin's making that motion. Vote. Carried.
For the Stampede. That council appoint Gary Proctor to the Medicine Exhibition and Stampede.
Shane Hawk is making that motion. Vote. Carried. Palliser Economic.
That council appoint Gary Proctor and Keith Ritz as the council members to the Palliser Economic Partnership.
Lloyd Want's making that motion. Vote. Carried.
That council appoint Dan Hamilton as the council member to the Community Futures Entrecourt Board.
Where did I leave that here? Dustin? Dustin's making that motion. Vote. Carried.
Highway 3 Twinning Development Association, that council appoint Shane Hawk as a council member with Gary Proctor as the council member alternate to the Highway 3 Twinning Development Association.
Blaine is making that motion. Vote. Carried.
Milk River Basin Watershed Council, that council appoint Keith Ritz as a council member with Dustin Vossler as a council member alternate to the Milk River Watershed Council.
Michelle McKenzie's making that motion. Vote. It's carried.
Siwa, that council appoint Keith Ritz as a council member to the Southeastern Alberta Watershed Alliance.
Robin Kirby-White's making that motion. Vote. Carried. We eliminated 2 there. Do we have to make the motion?
Yeah. That council withdraw from the Regional Drainage Committee.
Keith Ritz is making that motion. Vote. Carried.
The next one, that council withdraw from the Physician Attraction and Retention Network.
Gary Proctor's making that motion. Vote. Carried.
Business Advocacy Committee, that council appoint Gary Proctor as a council member with Michelle McKenzie as a council member alternate to the Business Advocacy Committee.
Shane Hawk is making that motion. Vote. Carried.
That council appoint Dan Hamilton and Councillor Kirby-White as the council members to the Intermunicipal Committee.
Lloyd Want is making that motion. Vote. Carried.
That council appoint Blaine Brost as a council member with Lloyd Want as the council member alternate to the Alberta Regional Health Advisory Council.
Gary Proctor's making that motion. Vote.
I think that's it for appointments.
Carried. Do we need a motion to take that Rural Renewal Steering Committee out to get it off of this?
No, because council made a previous motion, it was effective the 1st or the 15th of September. The council was out of the committee, so there was already a resolution for that. And with that, that's all of the appointments. Now we will go on to number 9.
Vote on the what? I think we did that in the beginning, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, what the heck's number 9? Why can't I find it? I've lost it. 106. There's the agenda.
Mr. Reeve, the next item on the agenda is the council and committee meeting calendar. The ones in particular that we put on the calendar, ASB, MPC, council meetings, and you can see what the next year looks like. I will point out that we have scheduled the last council meeting for July the 7th.
It's page 106 of your council agenda package.
We have the last council meeting for the summer on July 7th with the next council meeting on August the 18th, so there's approximately a 5-week break for the summer break. I'll point that out. Conventions are in there. The one thing I will ask a question about, I know it's 6 months away or a little more over than 6 months away. FCM is scheduled for July 4th, 5th, and 6th, June 4th, 5th, and 6th. And I anticipate the hotel blocks will be coming up in the next 30 days. They typically come out 6.5 months ahead. We've already had the hotel blocks out for the CAMA convention, which is the administrator convention, which is typically 1 week ahead or 2 weeks ahead of that, and that block opened up last week or 2 weeks ago. So, I don't need an answer today, but there's a policy the council passed last year regarding FCM. I'll just leave it for council to give me some direction as to when the block opens up, who or what or when is anybody going.
Dustin?
I think I see an oversight on your behalf in January here. There's no ASB convention on there, and that would be that week of the 20th. And I'm not on it, but that's how it's been for the last 12 years, so I'm sure it's the same.
We can make that amendment if council wants that on there for sure.
Just one more thing, since we're going down that road. The FCSS conference that's coming up in November. You've got RMA in here, but FCSS is from the 26th to the 28th, right afterwards. It's missing it on the calendar.
So through the Reeve to council, we don't put every conference and convention that any councilor, so we've kind of keyed in on those primary councils. MPC, ASB are really the ones, and obviously conventions, FCM and RMA, because there are lots of, we could populate this calendar with every possible conference. We don't even know when some of them are. So if with council's indulgence, if we could just leave it to the Ag Service Board Conference and RMA convention, FCM conventions, I think that would be, and then, because this is council's calendar, and because FCSS is a council committee, if you would like them all on, we can certainly do the research to find them all, but there's a lot of them.
January 20th to 22nd is ASB.
January 20th to the 22nd. That will certainly impact the council meeting.
Through the Reeve, to CEO Hogan, there's probably like 3 or 4, from what I'm hearing, of those conferences that we could add. I'd love to have it if I knew I was looking at that calendar, that the main ones were on it. Could we add those to it? I don't know, it's maybe half dozen more. Then it's on, and we've got a good place to go to and reference.
So we would certainly add in the FCSS, the Lodge Conference, the Seniors Lodge Conference, so that'd be another one we'd put on. Emergency Management Conference.
ASHA conference isn't something that we've ever gone to. The only reason I asked for FCSS is because that's a yearly thing. I've been going to that every year since I got here. ASHA, we went through the seniors facility that were on the board, through that one. It wasn't through council that we went.
In the past, if we ever discussed this, it would be where there's more than 2 council members gone at a time, just so it didn't conflict with other meetings.
That sounds to me like a really good parameter to set would be if there's 2 or more councilors attending, then it would go on the calendar. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. That's what we'll do. We'll dig that up and we'll represent the council committee meeting at the November 10th council meeting then, just to clear that up. Thank you. But I do ask the question about FCM, because FCM is one that there will be national attendance, and I would just like to have, if council's sending any councilors, just so we have the names, so the moment the block opens up, we can get hotel rooms booked. Edmonton.
Yeah, 3 people.
Do we know who the 3 are? Well, he wants to know the names so when the block opens up.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen in the next week and a half, is it? I think we're okay.
I think between now and probably, I think by the time we get back from convention, the block will have opened up at some point between now and then. So if we wanted to wait until next week, the 10th, even for council meeting, I'm putting it out there just so it gives some thought as to, I think council, the policy was that 3 councilors could attend. And I don't want to miss out on the block when the block comes up, because hotel rooms will be, as we found out for RMA this year, hotel rooms are in short supply. Well, no, I'm not sure what's happening, because the teachers' convention was taking place on the same week that we were going to convention, and that's where all the hotel rooms went this year, but I don't know what's happening with the teachers' convention, whether they will or will not be back in the classroom as opposed to the sidewalk. So,
Aren't they being legislated to go back today or something?
Never know.
Bill 2 says so, but I don't know if they passed it.
yeah, and then of course the next question's all the other noise about a general strike and all kinds of other stuff. I'm not sure.
Okay, so we need a motion then to bring this back completed for the 10th. Dustin's making that motion. Vote. Carried. Number 10, council seating arrangements.
This is the part where Shane stays in Reeves' office.
Yeah, Shane, everybody stays right where they are right now for the rest of the year. Shane's in the beer fridge already.
Yeah. Exactly.
And through the Reeve Council, every once in a while I hear a phenomenal idea. This is regarding council seating arrangement. Administration is seeking direction regarding the preferred method for assigning council seating during meetings. Currently, there's no established policy of consistent practice regarding seat assignments. To ensure fairness and consistency, administration is requesting that council select one of the following options. By ward, seating is then arranged according to each councilor's ward number, with the sole exception of the reeve and the deputy reeve would retain their positions, and the ward numbers would go around that. Alphabetical order, seating would be based on the councilor's last name in alphabetical order. Rotational order, seats rotate each meeting or monthly following a set order, such as moving one seat to the right or left each time. This ensures fairness and a variety over time without being fully random. And then in annual random draw, seats are assigned at the annual organizational meeting using a random draw. Currently, what we're doing is we come down here in the morning of a council meeting, and Ms. Collins puts nameplates where she thinks they should go. That's worked for us because Leslie Ann is a consummate professional. But it does put her in the position where she is determining who's sitting beside who, and I'm not sure that's an administrative function. So we're looking for some direction as to how we would like to do that going forward, and as well whether you'd like to move every week or every 2 weeks, or whether you'd like to stay put for 3 months, 6 months at a time, whatever that would be. We're just looking for some direction.
Go ahead, Dustin.
Well, I'm a big boy and I can sit beside anybody, so I really don't care what we do. And, you know, I always like the randomness of Leslie Ann's, Miss Collins, draw, because then I get to talk to the new person sitting beside me each week. So that's always kind of nice. You know, we've had this conversation a million times. If it's fixed, if it's not, I don't care. It can stay the same as we are right now, and I'd be happy with that. It's irrelevant.
And through the reef to council, if you want to continue with the current random draw, we will begin to use a randomizer. The iPhone app has a randomizer, as opposed to Leslie Ann just picking and choosing. Would use a randomizer. Well, yes. So that's, if we want to continue that suggestion, then we would begin using an iPhone app with a randomizer that would just, at the council meeting, and it would just spit it out, and we'll just put the name places where the, where iPhone says to go. Okay.
With the reeve and the deputy reeve at the top.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be hard to run from
See,
over
I'm doing
there
such
when
a
you're
good
trying to look everywhere.
That's just it, Les. You've done such a great job that none of us can argue with you.
That's great. Can you say that at notice?
No, I'm not going to say it.
Say that into the mic.
Just a note to Gary, when you get stuck in Dustin's chair, you'll have to pick it up, because
Yeah.
it's usually on the ground.
And you always know that Dustin is sitting there.
Okay, the motion is to use a randomizer app. That's made by Robin. Vote. Carried. All right, is that it? Meeting adjourned.
Council orientation to a maximum of 90 days from today.
Okay,
All of council, yes.
okay, so I didn't adjourn the meeting yet.
I believe it is. Yeah, we'll send a meeting invite.
I didn't
believe
adjourn
it's
the
9.
meeting yet.
The motion is that council extend Part B of council orientation up to 90 days.
Blaine is making that motion. Vote. Carried. Now I'm going to adjourn the meeting. I'll say.